Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while now. I need to get ready for the day. I have a few other videos that I want to make, so I thought that I would do my makeup and chit chat with you guys and give you guys a little bit of a life update because this last week has been insane. And that is an understatement. So I'm gonna catch up with you guys while I do my makeup, and I'm gonna be trying out new makeup. I have a whole bag right here from Mercadona, which is our grocery store here in Spain. And they have their own brand of makeup, and a lot of it is like dupes for bigger brands, like expensive brands from Sephora and stuff like that. So I see videos about the makeup all the time, so I've always wanted to try it. So I figured, why not make a video trying out all of the makeup, and I will let you guys know in the end how much everything was. So let me know how much you think everything was before we get started. But yeah, let's catch up and let's get ready. Let me know if the sound is okay because I'm using my microphone. The thing is that I'm in the office and the office is very echoey, and then you can hear all of the cars because we live in a busy street, so you hear every single noise all the time. So I'm wearing my mic, but a lot of you guys have told me that it sounds weird sometimes when I use my mic, so let me know. I'm trying to figure that out. I had to take a second to unwrap everything because everything was all wrapped up. And that took forever. I almost lost a nail. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to start off with this liquid illuminator. So it's supposed to be, I want to say like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood, or whatever it's called. It's or like the e.l.f. Halo Glow, something like that. So let's see. I like the packaging though. So I'm gonna start with this as a primer. They had primers, but I didn't want to buy one just because I haven't really been using primers lately, so I felt like it would be a waste of money. Ooh, this is pretty. This is really pretty for a base. It's gonna add like a glow. And smells like a lotion. It smells really good. And it feels very hydrating too. Ooh, I actually really like this. I like this a lot. Let me get one more pump. But my goodness, it has been a week. It has been a week. So it all started with George and I saying, hey, we should get checkups and make sure that we're doing okay. So I've been doing my checkups. I haven't heard anything negative or good. So I guess no news is good news. So George and I went to the doctor, and what the doctor does is does like a he places like an order. It's called analítica here, which is something different than what we call it where I'm from. We call it like chequeo general, which is like a general checkup, and then here they call it analítica, so kind of like an analysis type of thing, I think. So he gives us the form, and then we have to go back Monday through Friday between 8 and 10 a.m. So we dropped off the kids at school, or no, actually, it was that day that I vlogged and I told you guys that I was doing everything with the kids, and George had to go to a doctor's appointment. So that day he went to go do his checkup. Before I move on to foundation, I'm going to use the clear eyebrow gel and just brush up my eyebrows. Ooh, it smells good. I like the smell of makeup sometimes because sometimes it could smell a little funky. But let's see how this works out because this makeup is so cheap, and if it works out, I feel like I can definitely repurchase some of these things. That's the eyebrows for now. I do have an eyebrow pencil, but I'm going to go in with that later. I'm going to let this dry. So this is what I'm going to be using for foundation. It's like a hydrating foundation, and it's the Deli Plus brand, which is Mercadona's brand. And this is supposed to be like hydrating. It's supposed to be good for fine lines and stuff like that. It's like anti-aging, I think, and hydrating. So that's nice. And it has SPF 25, which I liked. And I'm in the shade 101. This is the lightest shade that they had. So let's see how it looks on me. Ooh, that looks dark. I don't know if you can see, but that looks dark. It's shade number 1. Ooh, I'm a little worried. I'm gonna do like 2 pumps. I don't know. It looks a little dark and thick. But like I was saying, George went to do his checkup and everything, and then 2 days later, the doctor calls us and says that he is anemic, severely anemic. So they said that his options were to go to urgent care and have them get some blood work and then hopefully do blood transfusions. So I guess the normal levels, from what I understand, are supposed to be like 12, 13 or something like that. They said 15, but I've read 13. And his levels were at a 5. So anything below a 6, from what I understand, is life-threatening. As soon as we heard that, I called my in-laws and I said, hey, I need to go to urgent care with George like now because this. So I had to explain everything that was happening. And so they rushed over and we got to urgent care and they checked us in and everything. And then they did some blood work. So I will not be using this foundation. This foundation is a little too dark and orange for me. I don't know if you guys can see the difference between my face and my neck, but it's pretty bad. It's bad. I'm gonna move on to concealer, and this is the same line, but I like that this concealer, from what I saw online, wait, I think I got the wrong one, because the one that I had seen had like a cooling applicator, and this just looks like this. I don't like this. Okay, I don't like this type of applicator, but we'll see. All right, so like I was saying, we get there, we do blood work, and they confirmed that the levels were very low. So because the levels were very low, they said you have to get a transfusion, you have to get admitted to the hospital, no ifs, ands, or buts. So this was Friday, and we went into a room where they gave him some IV, and then we finally had to go to a different hospital because the hospital that we were at didn't have blood or something. I don't know. So they said that we had to go to a different hospital. So it took a while because we had to get the approval from our insurance. We have private insurance. We don't have like the public insurance. That's just part of the visa stipulations. So we had to make sure that we had approval. The thing is that you have to have like a year with the insurance, I think, in order for you to be able to qualify for hospitalization. So we had to get like a special approval. We called and everything, and thankfully they said yes. Had that been denied, then they would have had to send him to the public hospital because it was like an urgent thing. It wasn't like an option at that point. So far I like this concealer. I got the right shade. I just don't like the applicator. Don't like the foundation at all, but the concealer is good. Foundation is just not a good match on me whatsoever. Oh my goodness. All right. I really love this though. I'm so excited I found this. I'm going to be using this all the time. But this I'm actually really excited for. I got these wands. They're supposed to be like the Charlotte Tilbury wand dupes or whatever. So I got the bronzer and I got the blush. They also have a highlighter, but I didn't pick it up because I know I wasn't going to use it and I didn't want to just get it for like video purposes and then it just be a waste. So just like the Charlotte Tilbury one, it has the little on twisting thing, and then it comes out like this. Ooh, I'm excited for this. So we're gonna do 2 dots or 3 dots on each side, right here, right here. And I'm not gonna do too much since the foundation is already orangey on me. I don't wanna look too orange. And now I'm going to blend it in with a brush. So once we got the approval from the insurance, we had to go in an ambulance to another hospital. The hospital wasn't even that far. It was like 5 minutes down the street, but because of liability, I think they had to send him in an ambulance because of how low his hemoglobin, I think that's how you say it, hemoglobin levels were. And that's considered severe anemia. So it was scary. And the thing is that he had been having he would get dizzy, and I do have his permission, by the way, to talk about all this. I do. But he had been feeling lightheaded, dizzy, very tired, very fatigued. And then every time he would get up to do something really quickly, his heart would beat really fast. So he would get palpitations. And I was very worried about that because the heart's no joke, you know, like you don't want to mess around with your heart. So they did a heart test to make sure that everything was okay. And thankfully, everything came back clear and no heart problems. Thank God. The only thing that was bad was his hemoglobin levels. I hope I'm saying that right. Got to the other hospital, they admitted him right away, and they started the blood transfusions immediately. So he was there from Friday until yesterday, which was Wednesday. So he was there for almost a week. They gave him a total of 6 bags of blood work, of blood transfusions. And then they also gave him 2 bags of iron as well because they needed him to just be good. They ran some tests, like an endoscopy and stuff, so they had to put him under, and everything came back okay. They did find what it was that was causing the anemia, and they did that through a scan, so they didn't even need to do the endoscopy, but at least we found the culprit. So now we have to deal with that, and hopefully everything's okay, and we're able to get all of that situated, but he's home now. Before I continue telling you the story, I'm going to move on to the blush. I like the bronzer. It blended out really nicely, I think. I don't know if you guys can really see the makeup. It's the same thing, same packaging, it twists, and then you squeeze, and then the product comes out like that. All right, let's see how I like this. Because I didn't like the Charlotte Tilbury one, so we'll see about this one. We'll see how I like this one. That's a pretty color. They had another color too, but I ended up picking this one up. This is the shade number 1, and I'm just gonna use the same brush. But during this whole time, I am home with the kids. My in-laws and I would take turns, and they would come and watch the boys while I would go to the hospital and visit George, or I stayed with him 2 nights. So my in-laws stayed here, and oh, this is really pretty. This is really, really pretty. My in-laws stayed with them for those nights, and then eventually I had to stay home because all 3 boys were sick. Not 1, not 2, but all 3 boys were sick. And I'm talking like coughing, sneezing, boogers everywhere, fevers. And they haven't been to school all week either. Today's Thursday, so it has just been crazy. That's another reason why I haven't really been uploading anything, because I have been obviously taking care of my family and all that. Now I'm going to set everything with a translucent powder. They did have translucent powder there. You can see my little setup right here. But this is just translucent powder. It comes with a little puff, which I appreciate. Let me take off the sticker. This looks a little pink though. All right, let's see. My favorite powder, like loose powder, is the e.l.f. Halo Glow, the pink one. That one is so good. So we'll see how this one goes. I'm just gonna grab a little bit, put it under my eye. But yeah, that's what's been going on this whole time. It has just been crazy, and I was worried, obviously, because anemia is no joke. I'm anemic, but I don't know how anemic I am, so now that makes me want to go check everything and make sure that I'm okay. I think the doctor would have called me by now to tell me if something was bad, because they called him within like 48 hours of him taking his blood work. Okay, I don't like the setting powder. It's orange. I feel like everything is pulling orange. I don't know why. Why is this? So far, I only like 2 things from this makeup. I don't mind the brow gel. I actually like it. I feel like you don't have to spend a lot of money on brow gel. You can just do, you know, like a cheap one, and it gets the work done, or it gets the job done. I didn't get a powder bronzer because I didn't find one. I didn't see one while I was looking. But this I have actually wanted to try for a while, but I never did because I wanted to wait for this video. And I wanted to try their powder blush. This is the Luminoso. It reminds me of the Milani Luminoso. This is what it looks like. Look how pretty that is. So I'm going to use this brush right here. Ooh, it looks very pigmented. And then add the blush. Oh wow, that's pretty. This makeup is looking a little funny because of how orange that foundation is on me. But hey, That's the whole point. I wanted to try this makeup. We're just trying it out. We're getting ready together, catching up. Forgot to get setting spray. They have an oat water or milk, I don't know, setting spray, and I forgot to get it, and I had been wanting to try that. But I'm going to use the brow pencil. I've actually heard really good things about this one. It's a mechanic one, so you don't have to, or mechanical one, you don't have to sharpen it, which is nice. It's a plus. So I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. And this is actually the perfect color for me. Mercadona has like a bunch of makeup. They have like eyeshadow palettes, which I wanted to try, but I didn't want to buy them because I don't really use eyeshadow palettes as much. I usually use a bronzer for eyeshadow, and I just didn't want to be wasteful either. But everything is like ridiculously cheap. Oh, I really like this pencil. Let me see how much this pencil was. $3.50. That's not bad at all. This I'm really excited about. I think this is new. It's from their new collection, Silence, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Silence. And this is a 2-in-1 mascara. So if you open the top, it's a wand for definition. This is what it looks like. And then if you open the other piece, it's a wand for volume. So that's interesting. I'm going to do my eyelashes and then I'll come right back. First impression on the mascara. Honestly, this wand situation is just a gimmick because I opened it from here and I pulled out the wand and it's the same wand. I don't understand what they were trying to do with this. Just, it's the same wand. So I don't understand the point of this. Anyway, it's nothing special. It's a little wet, so it makes them really clumpy. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's not bad. It's just nothing like crazy. But for my lips now, I'm going to do one of their lip liners, and their lip liners are actually very viral on TikTok. And I kept seeing this combo. So it is the long-lasting Deli Plus, which is the brand, like I said, lip liner in the shade number 10. And then if you mix it with the matte lipstick, also from Deli Plus, in the shade 101, it's supposed to be a really nice combination. So let's see. I am not the best at lining my lips, to be honest with you. My lips are just weird. Like, I have weird lips. I get comments on that all the time because like they go up from one side and I don't have any lip filler. My lip filler dissolved a long time ago. So it's like a muscle thing. I think this side of my face just kind of goes up. So, okay. So it's a little brown. And then now I'm going to use this one. Let me smell it because I love the smell of lipsticks. Ooh, it smells good. It smells like a cupcake. All right, let's see. I actually really like this lip combo. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it because of how brown the lip liner is. But it's actually pretty. I like it. Okay, so now I know I told you guys to wait till the end. So I'm going to tell you guys what the total of this makeup was. And it was a total of 52 euros and 85 cents for an entire face of makeup. So if the shade works for you and you like some of this stuff, it's definitely worth it. I think I didn't like the foundation for sure, or the concealer. I absolutely loved the what is it, the highlighter, and this is $6.50. So this was actually the most expensive thing. These were $5 for the mascara is $4, so not bad. But anyway, everything is pretty much settling down here at home now. I just have to keep an eye on Luca because Luca will not take his medicine. He will throw it up because he just doesn't like medicine. And I might have to take him to urgent care if his fever doesn't get controlled and he, you know, won't take his medicine. So I might have to go to urgent care again, but for Luca now. So Leo, his fever is a low-grade fever. Alex doesn't have a fever. He's back to school. So everything's okay now with them. But yeah, that's a little update on what's been going on. Hopefully you guys liked this video. I can make it a thing and try different Spanish brand products and make videos about it and just test things out with you guys because I like buying things. I've limited myself with how much I buy now since moving here, but I'm okay with trying a few things just to kind of get to know Spanish brands a little bit more. But I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it till the end and you made it this far, make sure to leave a lipstick emoji. That way I know you made it this far. And I appreciate you guys being here so much and being so patient with me when I don't upload. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if it's your first time here, and I'll see you guys in my next video.